Hey guys, Boston Chris here, and we're really excited about this episode. This is our episode 2 for catching up. If you guys are following along with what we do with the ETX ROCKS Show, we started a thing last year called Catching Up, and our first interview was with Gary Jones. And basically, what this is going to be is we're going to, anytime we have an artist that's been on the show before that wants to come back and update us on things going on in their career or cool things that are coming up, then we're going to put out these little segments called Catching Up every once in a while. And so Airborn is visiting us this week on Catching Up, and he's got some big stuff coming up. And now, originally when we started talking about doing this show with you, you were talking about releasing a full album here at the end of the year, but that's changed a little bit. What's going on?
Yeah, I just I got to listening to it, and I just felt like some things didn't sound right and sound like how I really wanted them to sound. So I just felt it was best for me to go back and re-record some of the material and to get a better sound, and also get a better vibe to make it all blend together with the rest of the album.
Right. I mean, you don't want to feel too rushed in the process either, because then, I mean, you're putting that out to the public. People are going to be like, wait, you can tell, you know?
Exactly.
So what's the plan in place of the album?
I have a mixtape coming out. I go by Airborn or Airborn the Texaz Kid. So this one's going to be titled Texas Kid, The Takeover. And it's more, Delay was my mixtape that I put out earlier this year, and it was something that was kind of a chill, mellow, and hype project at the same time. And my album, which I put a hold on, Bad Intuitions, it had kind of more of a slower, much more in the feelings type vibe to it. And I feel like going from Delay into Bad Intuitions might have been just too much in the feeling side.
Right.
So I wanted to give them something to hype them back up, to make them look forward to the album actually coming out. So
Right, so it's just about like almost like a sneak peek into what you're gonna hit them with next.
yes sir, exactly. Just wanted to let them know that I'm still working the album. I've pushed it back a little bit, but it'll be well worth it by the time it comes
Right.
out.
And of course, you were on the ETX ROCKS Show, I think a little earlier this year. I think it was episode 132 for those of you that are just hearing about Airborne for the first time. Definitely go back and check that out. It is on our YouTube channel and iTunes and everywhere else. And of course, this is going to go out on all of those as well. But so there was a lot of really cool stuff in that interview as well with D Scribs. And the song I really enjoyed was the one that you pulled from Tanya Tucker in there, Inspiration to Me, which was about your granddad, right?
Yes sir. My granddad was a huge inspiration to me. So that was a very pivotal song on the album. And whenever I felt like some of the songs didn't match up to the level of that one, then that's when I started really reconsidering about when I was going to put it out, and decided, hey, I'm gonna re-record these, and at the same time start working on this other project to let them know, hey, I'm still working, and like, don't worry, I'm not letting up.
You set the bar high with that song, and you just want to make sure that the stuff that you're putting out is equal to that.
Yes, sir.
At the very
exactly.
least, I imagine.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
So, who are you recording with? Is this all done in house or?
I'm doing some of my recording with Super Rari out of Tyler at Crystal Clear Studios. I have a lot of production from Ace the Great out of Tyler, as well as Kush O'Keefe. He's from Palestine. I got a couple cats from College Station. They go by the Producers. I met them at a party I was down at a couple years ago, and they ended up hooking me up with some production and everything like that. But mostly this mixtape that I've been working on, I've been recording it at home, doing it in my own zone, not really stepping out, but at the same time I'm stepping out of boundaries that I've never thought that I would be going to. Like, I actually did a song on there and I spit half my verse in Spanish.
Wow.
So somebody told me that I couldn't do it, and I was like, I can't do it. Watch me. And so I turned around and I did it. And by the time they see me the next time, which was like a day later, I had recorded it and was like,
wow.
Hey, I got that song in Spanish you told me I couldn't do.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, I'm just, this one's just about accepting challenges and really trying to level up.
And now you're originally from Jacksonville, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Still
I'm from
living
Jacksonville.
there and all that?
Yes, sir. I'm still living in Jacksonville, and I mean, proud.
There's a lot
proud
of talent from Jacksonville, man. You and John and Brian Chance and
yeah, definitely. I really enjoy watching Brian and John both. I've known them for years, and it's really cool to see both of them coming up.
I know that Brian can rap too, I heard. So there's going to be some collaboration in the future between y'all.
Yeah, I've hollered at him a few times about it, but you know, we both have respect for each other and what we have going on, and you know, it's just something that if it works out one day, then it'll work out.
Right.
But yeah, he's freestyled a little bit.
I would love to see that. That would be cool. Yeah, we had him on the show, and he was talking a little bit about how much he likes rap and grunge and all that stuff. And I mean, his sound is so traditional country, it's ridiculous. I could never even imagine that.
Yeah, he's definitely a character. I can say that about him. He's a great dude, great friend of mine. So,
let me ask you this: as someone who's not really much of a writer, you know, a lot of folks, I mean, songwriters write any style of music. How do you think writing for rap and hip hop might be a little bit different than writing for other styles of music?
It's just, I would say it's the feel that you would get and the vibe that you would get off of, let's say, the instrumental or the whatever the band has to play. I guess that would be the difference maker, but I don't really see what.
Do you think it's more lyrical?
It would be, rap would definitely be more lyrical in a like a competitive way and more like in a slang way.
Right.
And then country is just going to be original. So, I mean, as a songwriter, I've actually tried taking a stab at writing outside of
How's that
just
go for
rap. I mean, I get stuck sometimes, but at the end of the day, I mean, I always find an alternative. Like, okay, well, I made progress in this, so that lets me know that I can come back to it and work on it a little bit more and try to get it right. And it's just, I guess it's just learning. I've been writing raps for about going on 9-10 years now.
Yeah, I was going to say,
so,
you've been at this a while.
Yes, sir. So about 9 or 10 years now I've been writing raps and everything like that. So I didn't really ever start really trying to go off into other genres until this year. And that's when I started trying to just branch out and see what else was out there.
Right. For those that might be hearing about you for the first time, or maybe they're just curious, what's the rap and hip hop community like here in East Texas? I mean, number one, how hard is it to get noticed here in East Texas? And I mean, I know there's quite a few artists that are part of that community.
Yeah, there's a lot of great artists out here in East Texas in the hip hop industry, or in the hip hop genre.
Right.
It's just a lot of people in this area. I feel like they look more for the country or for the rock genre than they do for hip hop, and it's smaller areas, so it's easier to get overlooked if you're doing hip hop and rap than it would be if you're doing country or rock or something like that. It's just more the artists, like I said in my episode before. It's more artists. They have to just work together, and if all the artists in East Texas actually banded together and tried to work with each other instead of working against each other or trying to be in competition, then there would be a bigger platform in East Texas for the hip hop genre.
So, I mean, how do you overcome those challenges? Is it just, hitting the streets and talking to people, or?
It's the groundwork, and also it's the social media.
Yeah.
It's really making music that's staying relevant.
Yep.
And if you can make music that stays relevant, and these days it's about they're wanting to talk about doing this and doing that and being on these drugs, being on that
toxicity.
Toxicity. And like it's that's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to, you deliver a message. The message is this, and like it's supposed to be real life situations, not out here promoting these kids
Right.
dying at young ages and stuff like that because they're listening to what's being fed into their mind. And that was one thing that my parents always instilled into me. Like they didn't really like the rap genre because they were like, it will feed a lot into your mind. But I just always told them I don't want to go that route with it. I want to. This is what I love to do, and I'm
writing about real subject matter.
Real subject matter, exactly. Real life topics. I have a song that I just recently did. Whenever I do this appreciation, I'll pull it out for y'all. It's cool. It's a really deep song that it's gonna be coming up on this mixtape. It's really good. I just really dug deeper inside myself than what I did, kind of on inspiration to me, because inspiration to me, like I said, I dug deep, but on this one I really dug down deeper and like let people know, hey, this is me. This is me at the end of the day. Like,
just being more vulnerable.
Look at me, and this, when you look at me, this is who I want you to see. Like this is who I am. And you know, people judge me because I rap, but it comes with it. So as long as you can overcome what everyone's opinions are about you, then you won't have any problems. But if you let people's opinions get to you and you let them bring you down, then you'll get discouraged and you'll not want to pursue anything. But instead, I like to take the I just lost the words for it. I like to take the hate as they call it, and use it as fuel to the fire.
Like motivation.
Yeah, exactly. It's big motivation.
Well, we definitely do the same thing. There's always haters out there, and sometimes that can re-energize you to kind of fills your gas tank to make sure you reach the other side.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That was like when our D Scribs had asked me about the importance of like beef in hip hop.
Yeah, right.
And that's just like, it's whenever you know that someone's coming after you, it's like, no, you're not gonna get me. I'm gonna get you. And it's like, it's back and forth. And that's that. If you have someone, y'all may be cool on, like, y'all may be cool and close and everything outside of music, but inside of music, y'all may be each other's enemies, biggest enemies. And if you like, that gives you a drive, like it makes y'all want to outdo each other. And then there it is.
But what you're saying is try to, people need to try to put that aside if the whole community is going to rise up higher than where you're at now.
Exactly.
Because I mean, if you're pulling in different directions, then nobody's got their eyes on the same prize. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes. Like I was saying, just more artists. Artists they tend to have their own lanes these days, but you gotta work together, because if you don't work together, then where can you really go?
So 2018 is going to be a big year for you. Tell us about some of the things you have planned for your fans and for the year in general.
The album, Bad Intuitions, it will be here. I plan on releasing it shortly after the beginning of the year.
So you're going to just go back-to-back mixtape album,
and then I'm going to start working on another mixtape to backdoor behind that one. Wow. So I'm trying to really get about 3 projects out within a 4-month span, just to work, just to have.
You better get copies of these.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's. I'm just want to keep the work coming.
Yeah.
Keep fans tuned.
Hustle going.
Yeah, keep the hustle going. Keep the fans tuned in. Just give them what they want to hear, and if people tell me, oh, I want to hear a freestyle on this song. Okay, cool. I'll find a way to get it.
You like to freestyle?
I'm more of a writer, but I mean, I'll do it. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I'll do it. But yeah, I'm just.
Do you ever get into a freestyle and you know that you're fitting to say something that don't make no sense? And by the time you say it, it's done. It's too late.
It's too late. Yeah. Yeah. My best advice that I was ever given on whatever freestyling is, don't think about what you're saying, just say it.
Right.
Just let it come to you, just say it. And, you know, sometimes whenever I do that, then it works out just fine. But
I
other
couldn't
times,
do it.
yeah,
Not
like
in a million years.
most of the mixtape that I've done is I'll just freestyle. I'll freestyle like a quarter of a verse at a time, and then I'll just write it down.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't stick in my head, then it's like it's not worth keeping. So
Right.
if it's not catchy enough.
So sometimes it can be a good way for you to add content to a project even.
Exactly.
Like if you're freestyling and you really like it, then it's like, dude, write that down. That was pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of like a free form of just quick writing and seeing what sticks and what doesn't.
Exactly.
That's cool. So you know, this episode comes out on December 19th, but one thing that I thought was really cool, and I wanted to thank you publicly for, was playing our. I guess they're doing an appreciation party / benefit for us and Micah White, Raymond Hyatt, Darius Denton, and you signed up to play at that, and I was really excited about that because, as you know, we're real proponents of all genre on this show. So to see that lineup and see Airborne's name on there as a rap hip hop artist playing in a Longview bar, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, most definitely. I'm very excited. I saw the opportunity, had to jump on it. So, you know, I'm just excited, and I'm ready to come on. I'm ready to come out here and put on a good show and show Longview what Airborne is really about. Who I am.
We definitely appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, for real.
So, guys, you know, Airborne's got a mixtape coming to you real soon. Hopefully before the end of 2018, and by the time you're done listening to that mixtape, you'll have a brand new album. And the album, you haven't done an album yet, have you? Has it been all mixtapes?
It's been all mixtapes so far.
Yeah.
So this is my debut album.
Debut album.
Yeah, that's why.
So that's why you want to make sure that it's done exactly right.
Yes, sir. I feel like a perfectionist when it comes to my music. So that's why I was saying, once I didn't feel like some songs added up to par with Inspiration to Me, because that was really the first one
Right.
off the album. That one just set the tone right there. And so once I started feeling like, oh, well, maybe these aren't exactly up to par with these, and that's when I started having reconsiderations and kind of pushed the project off a little bit.
Right. And Inspiration to Me is available to be viewed on YouTube. I know it's out there. It's got a lot of views on it. It's a really, really well done video. Cool song. Very nice vibe to it. If people are hearing about Airborne for the first time, where can they follow along with you, man?
I got Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. On Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram, you can follow me at AIRBORN903. On Facebook, you can find me at Airborn the Texaz Kid. That is AIRBORN THETEXAZ Or else you can look me up under Sky Buchanan. That's SKYBUCHANAN. Bookings 903 AIRBORN @gmail.com.
Man, you even got the phone number in your name. Damn, that's awesome. I didn't know that, dude.
And yes, sir. And one more, YouTube, Fly Class Records 903. That's FLYCLASSRECORDS 903.
And so, is there a website yet, or are you working on that?
I'm working on the website.
Okay.
I'm working on that, on a website and a app.
Wow.
So.
All right, guys. So, you know, one of the things that I'm a huge fan of is guys that work hard, guys and girls that work hard. This guy's hustling out here. He's always working hard. He's always trying to stay ahead of the game, stay relevant. Man, Airborne. All you got to do is dial 903 Airborne, and you're gonna get this guy. How cool is that? Why didn't we think of that, Louise? Like 903 ETX ROCKS. That is awesome. I had no idea that was your phone number. All right, so you guys make sure you're following along with Airborne everywhere. I know Facebook is important to you, and it's Airborn the Texaz Kid, and it's no E at the end. It's just Airborne without the E, the Texas Kid, TEXAZ, not S, Z, Texas Kid. So make sure you're following along with him. Again, it's as simple as just hitting that follow or like button to support the artist. Believe me, that is a huge, huge support for all of these artists out here. Man, Sky, thank you for coming back on the show, man.
Appreciate you for having me. Look forward to 2018 and what it has in store for me. Hopefully, the blessings will continue to fall down, and 2017's been a great one, so 2018 can only be better.
That's right. So, Airborn the Texas Kid right here on Catching Up. I'm sure we'll be talking to him again in the future, maybe when the album hits, or maybe something else big will happen, and we'll have Airborn right back here on the ETX ROCKS Show. Again, this has been episode 2 of Catching Up with the one and only Airborn Sky Buchanan, one of our real good friends from Jacksonville. Make sure you're following along with this guy. We'll see you again on the next episode of Catching Up.